Hello everyone, my name is Neeti. I'm a mindfulness teacher in New York City and I am a Manduka Yoga Ambassador. I'm so excited to be here with you today. We're going to do a little bit of flow. If you have blocks, go ahead and grab them. If you don't have blocks, rolled up towel, paper towels, tissue boxes, anything that can sort of bring the ground up to you would be great. So get creative with what you grab and meet me on your mat. We're going to start with our heads towards the back of the mat, feet towards the front. We'll be lying down. And as you're grabbing what you need, I'll just let you know that if you enjoy this flow, I do have another flow with Manduka on their YouTube channel. So look for Open Up and Flow with Neeti. And I also share meditations and classes on my Instagram page. So definitely check that out. All right, let's get settled. Lie down on your back. Taking a moment to land in your space. Let your bones get heavier. Let your thoughts get lighter. If it feels good to close the eyes, go ahead and do so. Notice how your breath feels. Feel the rib cage lift with the breath in. And the rib cage collapse down on the breath out. Tuning into the physical sensations of your body to create a sense of separation from the person you are right here on your mat and everything else going on in your life, going on in the world. Gather a big breath in through the nose, fill up. Exhale, sigh out the mouth. One more time, just like that. Breathe and fill up. Feel the belly, the ribs, the heart lift. Exhale out the mouth. Bend your knees in. Wrap yourself up in a nice little squeeze. Keep the right knee drawn in. Reach the left leg out long. Flex your left foot and press the heel against your mat. With the fingers interlaced across your right shin, pull your knee in towards your armpit. Make sure that the hip bones stay level towards the ceiling and breathe into the hip crease. From here, cross the right leg over the left side of the body. Bump your hips towards the right side. Cactus or spread your arms out wide. Look to the right side. And come back to center. Squeeze both your knees in. Reach the right leg out long. Interlace your fingers across the left shin now and make sure the right foot is active. The toes pull towards you. And the left knee guides towards the armpit. Keep the shoulders down on your mat. So getting right into the hips. And we're going to spend a lot of time on the hips today. So a lot of times when our hips are tight or holding tension, the lower back and the knees tend to compensate. Let's move in towards that twist. So take the left leg over the right side of the body. Bump the hips back and look to the left. Right, so when the hips are tight, we start to experience a little funkiness in the knees, a little bit of pain in the low back. And since a lot of us are sitting a lot more or not moving around maybe as much as we usually do, can be a really powerful time to focus on the hips. And then from an energetic perspective, the hips are known to hold negative energy, right, to create blockages. So working on a little cleansing flow, a little energizing, rebirthing flow. Come back to center. Hug both your knees and really give yourself a nice tight squeeze. Begin a gentle rock up and down the length of your spine. Gaining momentum till you can rock yourself to seated and cross at the ankles. Slide the hips back and come into a tabletop. And now facing the front of your mat, stack the shoulders right over the wrists and the hips over the knees. Ground down through the palms. Take a breath in, lift your heart up, arch your back. Exhale, plug the belly button in, round your spine, look down. Again, peel your heart forward with the breath and lift the chest and the gaze. Exhale, belly button in, dome and round. One more, lift your heart, tailbone hikes up. Exhale, belly in, round it out. Inhale, come to a long neutral spine. With your exhale, tuck your toes, send your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Keep the knees soft for your first down dog. Right? Gentle with the body. And we want to honor the entire length of the back by keeping the knees soft to begin. So pull the rib cage in, press the shoulders down towards your mat, and press the palms down into the ground. Inhale, lift your right leg up and back. Exhale, bend your knee, let your hip open, keep your shoulders square. Inhale, re-extend your legs, square the hips off. Exhale, step the right foot between your hands. You might need to shimmy it forward. Tap the back knee down. Breathe in, sweep your arms up to the sky. With your exhale, cactus the arms, think right angles, and lift your chest up, pull the pubic bone forward. Breathe in, sweep your arms up, see your hands above you. Exhale, take your hands to frame your front foot, straighten the front leg, and fold. Inhale, ripple your chest forward, long spine. Exhale, fold, breathe into the back of the right leg, bump the right hip back. Rebend your front knee, plant your hands down, tuck your back toes. Breathe in, send your heart forward. Exhale, step back, it's high plank. Inhale, push the mat away. Exhale, tap your knees down, shift forward, keep the elbows in as you lower your chest all the way to the mat. Inhale, lift up just your heart, it's baby cobra. Exhale, come through tabletop. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Breathe in, lift the left leg up. Exhale, bend your knee, open out your hip. Keep the shoulders, rib cage square. Inhale, re-extend the legs, square the hips off. Exhale, take your foot between your hands, shimmy it forward if you need. Tap the back knee down. And breathe in, sweep your arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Keep the elbows in line with the shoulders, bump the hips forward to lift your heart high. Inhale, re-extend your arms, reach up. Exhale, hands frame your front foot. Also, guys, this is a great place for blocks to bring the ground to you. Straighten the front leg and fold. And continue to bump the left hip back. And notice how both my hips are still over the right knee. So I'm not sitting down on my heel. One more breath in, lengthen the spine. Breath out, fold a little deeper. Rebend your front knee. And plant your hands down, tuck the back toes. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, bend your back knee, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, circle your arms up to the sky. Exhale, take your prayer to your heart. Close your eyes. Spread your toes wide and plant your feet down underneath you. Press your thumbs into your heart. Take a beat right here to feel the certainty of this moment. You are right here. The ground is underneath you, and all that matters is your breath, your movement, and being in the present. float your eyes open. Inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. Exhale, fold forward over your thighs. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, high plank. Breathe in, make sure your hips are right in line with your shoulders. Exhale, lower your knees, shift forward, lower halfway down. Press into your feet, inhale, guide your heart forward and through. It's Urdhva Mukha, my thighs are up. Exhale, plug the belly in to take the hips back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Ground the feet down, ground the hands down, and let that feeling of connecting deep into the earth, your mat, make you present in this moment. Breathe in, lift your heels high. Exhale, bend your knees, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift, Ardha. Exhale, soften, fold. Inhale, rise, circle your arms to the sky. Exhale, bring your prayer to your heart. Inhale, raise your arms above you, look up. Exhale, fold over your thighs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, high plank. Breathe in, drive the heels back. Exhale, shift forward, keep the elbows in, lower halfway down. Right angle with the elbows, breathe in, lift your chest forward and through, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, hips back, downward facing dog. And so on our Chaturangas, let's be really precise, especially since we're practicing at home. Okay, we want to honor the shoulder girdle. So make sure that you're shifting forward and you're coming only halfway down. If you have a block, putting it on the highest height underneath the shoulders is a good indicator of where to be. Otherwise, take a look in the mirror, right? Do a Chaturanga in front of yourself and notice if you're dipping below the elbow. All right, last Surya, breathe in, lift your heels high. Exhale, bend your knees, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift, Ardha. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, sweep your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Press the feet down, inhale, reach up, stretch up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step or jump back to Chaturanga. Inhale, guide your heart forward and through. Exhale, hips back, downward facing dog. Remember, if you're taking that jump back, it's to bent elbows. We're safe in our practice, safe in our bodies. Breathe in, lift your heels high. Exhale, bend your knees, step, float to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, breathe in, send your arms high for Utkatasana. Exhale, stay here, slide your knees back, sit your booty low. Breathe in, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold forward over your legs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step, jump back, Chaturanga. Inhale, heart comes forward and through, Urdhva. Exhale, hips back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Ground the left heel down. Step your right foot between your hands. Breathe in, sweep your arms up. Exhale, stay here, warrior one. Ground the back heel down. Bump the left hip forward. Breathe in, see your hands above you. Exhale, take your palms to the mat. Step right back, Chaturanga. Inhale, guide your heart forward and through. Exhale, hips back, down dog. Right away, plant the right heel down, step the left foot forward, breathe in, sweep your arms up. Exhale, we take a breath, here we land. Bump the right hip forward, pull the belly in, breathe in, see your arms above you. Exhale, plant your hands, bend your back knee, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Close it out, bend the knees, breathe in, send your arms high. It's Utkatasana. Exhale, land, pull the knees back, the shoulders down. Breathe in, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold forward, dive down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump back, it's Chaturanga. Inhale, heart comes forward and through, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, take the hips back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Yeah, so building a rhythm in class, right? You might start to feel the breath getting short, the heart beating a little faster, and that is completely normal, right? But part of the practice is showing up with consistent breath for yourself. So if you feel the breath racing, try and lengthen the inhales and the exhales. Inhale, raise your right leg up and back. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose. Inhale, kick back. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Breathe in, sweep your arms up high. It's crescent lunge. Exhale, stay here. Cactus the arms, lift the center of the chest up. Breathe in, reach up, look up. Exhale, open wide, warrior two. Listen carefully, we're building a pattern. Breathe in, straighten your front leg, reach up. Exhale, pivot the right foot in, the left foot out. It's warrior two to the back of the mat. Breathe in, straighten the left leg, pivot the feet in. Exhale, slide the heels in, lower your seat, cactus the arms for goddess pose. Now on this first set of goddess, we'll be here a few times. On this first set, let's really focus on form so you can take it with you throughout the class. So my knees are right over my heels, right? Then you want to think about the inner thighs lifting up, outer thighs round down. The low belly pulls up and in so that your tailbone can go down. So instead of tilting the booty out, do as much as you can with the low belly to pull the tailbone forward. Shoulders stack over the hips. Arms are cactus. My heart is lifted. My chest is broad. All right, breathe in, straighten your legs, straighten your arms, reach up. Exhale, warrior two to the front of the mat. Breathe in, take the right arm up and back. Exhale, stay here, straighten the front leg, reach back even more. Inhale, take your right arm forward, forward, forward. Exhale, bring the right arm down and the left arm up. Utthita Trikonasana. Now, I like to walk my back foot in a little bit so that I can stack my back hip up, right? Shortening the stance will help with that. And then you may take a block underneath the right arm to support yourself. You want the chest broad and rotating to the side. Notice how my torso is long rather than dipping down. That's where the block comes in handy. And both my legs are taut, my quads lift up. All right, take your gaze to the ground. Bend into your front knee, walk your right hand forward, whether it's on a block or your mat. With your inhale, shift the weight onto the right hand. Exhale, float the left foot back for Ardha Chandrasana. Right away, flex the back foot, think heel driving back. Then can you rotate the hips open and pull the belly button in? One more breath here, get broader across your chest. With a breath out, take the left arm down to your mat. Square the hips off. So really bump the left hip down. Your leg may not go very high, and that's totally okay. We want to honor the levelness of the hips here. Breathe in, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, left foot back, right foot back. It's Chaturanga. Inhale, guide your heart forward and through Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, we meet back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, take the left leg up. Exhale, guide your knee to your nose. Dome your spine. Inhale, kick back. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Inhale, sweep the arms high, crescent lunge. Exhale, drive the pelvis forward, cactus the arms. Lift the heart. Breathe in, sweep the arms high. Exhale, warrior two. That same pattern, inhale, straighten your front leg, reach up. Exhale, left foot in, right foot out, warrior two to the back. Breathe in, straighten your leg, reach up. Exhale, take the heels in, toes out, goddess pose. So notice if where your toes are, right? You want to point them towards the corner of your mat and slide the belly button up as you bring the tailbone down. Now on this side, we're going to take 3 breath cycles in the most subtle kriya, all right? We're building this shape. With your inhale, lift your heart slightly, arch the back. Exhale, pull the low belly in to bring the spine to neutral. Again, inhale, slide the heart up, lift the heart. Exhale, belly pulls in to come back to neutral. Last one, inhale, feel the gentle lift of the chest. Exhale, belly and neutral. Press the feet down, breathe in, straighten your legs, reach up. Exhale, take warrior two to the front of your mat. Inhale, dance the left arm up and back. Exhale, stay here, straighten your front leg, reach back even more. Take the side body nice and long. Breathe in, take all of that length forward first. Exhale, left arm down, right arm up, triangle pose. Now you may have seen me sneak the right foot in. Again, that helps me stack the hips. Then can you continue to press the left hip back as you take the right hip up and back. And keep the shoulders broad. Notice if your left shoulder comes up towards your ears, drop it down. Look down at the ground, bend into your front knee. Walk your left hand forward, about a foot in front of the foot. And then with your inhale, push the left hand down. Exhale, you float the right arm, the right leg back. And then just notice, right, where do your thoughts go in moments of challenge and balance? Right? Are they negative? Are they positive? How can you support yourself? And a lot of times when those negative thoughts come in, we'll be holding our breath. So see if you can push the thoughts out with your breath. One more breath here, broaden across your chest. Exhale, take the right hand down, square the hips off. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. The right leg stays lifted, the hips stay square. Inhale, take a half lift. Exhale, step the right foot back and the left foot back. It's Chaturanga. Inhale, slide the heart forward and through. It's Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, hips back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take 3 strong cycles of breath right here. Cleansing negativity out with the exhales. Realizing the power of your mind, the power of your breath to keep you present with your body. Ground the left heel down. Just kidding, stay here. Breathe in, lift your heels high. Exhale, bend your knees, step, float to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. I almost forgot about a little treat I have for us. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, take your prayer to your heart and walk your feet mat width distance apart. And so I'm going to turn to face you. My toes are pointing out and my heels are in, similar to goddess pose. We're going to move through a Malasana Kriya. Inhale, circle your arms over your head, look up. Exhale, bend your knees, lower your hips, Malasana. Push your feet down, inhale, reach up, rise up. Exhale, slide your tailbone forward as you lower down. Last one, inhale, rise up. Exhale, engage the glutes to pull the belly in as you lower. Now this is the fun part, this is the treat, right? So you can stay here. I'm gonna recommend keeping the elbows up today so that you use the hip flexors and the external rotators to really get deep in there. So you stay just like this, or if you wanna make it a little more challenging, you come onto the tippy toes, keep the belly button plugging in and the shoulders back. Last little bit of challenge, we reach the arms up, stretch through the side body, breathe into this shape. One more breath in. With your breath out, lower the heels down, take your hands to your mat and fold. Walk your feet in, hip width distance apart, parallel. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. Grab onto your big toes with the peace fingers for Padangusthasana, or to make it a little more intense, you step onto the pads of your hands for Padahastasana. And soften through the knees first and spread the toes wide. Shift the weight into the pads of the feet. Take a breath in, lift your heart up. Exhale, pull your heart towards your thighs. Keep the neck nice and long and reach your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Letting the fold do the magic here. And soften the knees. Take the hands out from under you or release the grip of the toes. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back. It's Chaturanga. Inhale, heart slides forward and through. Exhale, take the hips back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Ground your left heel down. Step your right foot forward. Breathe in, sweep your arms up. Warrior one. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Same pattern, breathe in, straighten the front leg, pivot your feet. Exhale, warrior two to the back. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, heels in, cactus the arms, goddess pose. Take your right arm underneath your left for eagle arms. Slide the tailbone forward. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your elbows, arch your back. Exhale, pull the belly button in and round dome the spine. Keep your seat low. 2 more times, we move together. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, belly in, round. Last one, inhale, lift up, reach up. Exhale, dome and round. Inhale, reach your arms high, straighten your legs. Exhale, warrior two to the front of your mat. Inhale, reach the right arm forward. Exhale, take the right arm down, left arm overhead, extended side angle. Root the back foot down and fully straighten your back leg. And think about one long line from heel to the fingertips. Keep the front knee right over the ankle and breathe. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, we're in warrior two. Hands to the hips, breathe in, straighten your front leg. Exhale, pivot your feet so that they're parallel with the sides of your mat, or slightly point your toes in if you have IT band issues. And then take your hands to your hips. Press your feet down. With your inhale, come into a slight upper back bend, push the pelvis forward. So we're getting out of the hip flexors. And exhale, tilt your tailbone up. Reach your heart forward first. Feel the length of the spine. And then fold. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Breathe in, take a half lift. Breathe out, fold. Continue to shift the weight into the front of the feet. Perhaps you let out a flutter of the lips, sound, whatever you need to release whatever is not serving you in this moment. You're letting it go so that you can move on with a clean slate. Take your hands underneath your shoulders. Breathe in, find a half lift. Exhale, soften your knees. Walk your hands to the top of your mat. Tap your back knee down. Breathe in, sweep your arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms, broaden the chest, lift up. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, hands frame your front foot on blocks or your mat, straighten the front leg and fold. Inhale, ripple your heart forward. Exhale, fold, bump your right hip back. Rebend your front knee, tuck your back toes, inhale, send your heart forward. Exhale, step back. It's three-legged downward facing dog with a twist. So you bend your top knee and let the heel fall. Inhale, re-extend the legs, square the hips off. Exhale, step the feet together, it's down dog. Flush it out, inhale, roll forward, high plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, heart comes forward and through. Exhale, hips back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Ground the right heel down, step your left foot forward, breathe in, sweep your arms to the sky. Exhale, open wide, warrior two. Inhale, straighten your front leg, reach up. Exhale, warrior two, back of the mat. Inhale, reach your arms high, pivot your feet. Exhale, heels in, arms out, goddess pose. Take the left arm underneath the right for eagle arms. Keep your seat nice and low. Breathe in, lift your chest up. Exhale, pull the belly in, dome the spine round, down. 2 more times, inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, contract the belly to create the round down. Last one, hips are still nice and low. Inhale, arch the back, open. Exhale, round and fold. And press your feet down, unravel your arms. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, take the left arm forward. Exhale, left arm down, right arm overhead, extended side angle. Yeah, so block can support under the left hand, but make sure you're not dumping into that hand. You want to stay light in the torso. The torso is actually floating out of the base of the warrior two. Couple more breaths right here. You're so strong. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, warrior two. Take your hands to your hips, breathe in, straighten the front leg. Exhale, pivot so that your feet are parallel with the side of your mat. I'm going to turn this way so that my booty's not right in the camera. And then press your feet down, interlace your fingers behind your back. Inhale, lift your heart up. Feel the extension of the front of the hips. Exhale, tilt the tailbone up, fold forward. Yeah. And then the more you take the arms up and forward towards the ground in front of you, the deeper this is going to get into the shoulders. And as you do that, can you let gravity also pull the weight into the front of the feet so that the backs of the legs have the sensation of getting longer? Take your hands to your hips first, then underneath your shoulders. Breathe in, take a half lift. Exhale, bend your knees, walk your hands to the top of your mat. Tap the back knee down. Breathe in, sweep your arms up high. Exhale, cactus, broaden the chest as you lift. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, frame your front foot, straighten the front leg and fold. Inhale, ripple the chest forward. Exhale, fold. Rebend your front knee, plant your hands down, tuck your back toes. Inhale, send the heart forward. Exhale, kick the left leg back, down dog with a split. So three-legged, let your heel hang the hips open. Take a breath in, re-extend the legs, square the hips off. Exhale, step the feet together, downward facing dog. Breathe in, ripple forward, high plank. Exhale, strong chaturanga. Inhale, guide your heart forward and through, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, pike the hips back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Landing right where you are. Letting the physical presence of your body on your mat keep your mind present as well. Inhale, raise your heels high. Exhale, bend your knees, step, float to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, circle your arms to the sky. Exhale, prayer to the heart. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale to fold forward and dive down. Inhale, take a half lift. Exhale, step the left foot back, 45-degree angle. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, straighten your front leg, grab for opposite elbows behind your back. And scoot the left foot in and bump the right hip back. Breathe in, drive the tailbone down, lift the heart up. Exhale, send the tailbone back, reach your heart, your top of the head forward for pyramid pose. So active variation, we use the grip on the elbows to actually broaden across your chest. Notice if the shoulders are wonky, right? We want them even. And there's a slight cobra sensation in the upper back. Take another breath in, lengthen through the neck. Exhale, bring your hands down and fold. Blocks here are great to frame the foot. And keep the spine nice and long and the belly pulling in. Bend into your front knee. Slide the left foot back and tap the knee down. Inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. Exhale, cactus the arms, broaden the chest. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands frame the front foot. We straighten the front leg, half Hanumanasana. Right, so this is your first option. If you're ready, right, we've been in this shape a couple times. You slide the right foot forward, coming into Hanumanasana. And perhaps some support underneath the right hip is welcomed by your body. And if it's hard to keep the spine straight, you can tent into the fingertips and prop yourself up as well on the hands. And breathe into the front of the left leg, the outer right hip. Ooh, yeah. And if you're in Hanuman, You walk the hands forward, you re-bend your front knee. Remove the props, plant the hands down. Inhale, send the heart forward as you tuck your back toes. Exhale, kick your right leg up and back. It's that three-legged down dog split. Stay here or step the right foot behind you. Reach the right arm towards the front of your mat for flip dog. Keep the chest broad. Keep the breath steady. Reground the right hand. It's three-legged downward facing dog. And step the feet together. Inhale, ripple forward, high plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, heart comes forward and through Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, downward facing dog. Ground the right heel down. Step the left foot forward. Breathe and sweep your arms up. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Opposite elbows behind the back. Shorten the stance if that helps you square the hips off. And take more space between your feet widthwise as well. Right? We want the hips nice and even. Press the feet down. Inhale, lift the heart up. Exhale, send the tailbone back. Reach your heart forward. Pyramid. So that same variation where we're really using the grip to send the heart forward and keep the shoulders lifted. And the more you press into that front foot, the more you're going to be able to rotate the hip back. Take another long lengthening breath in right here. Then exhale, fold, hands come down. And the spine lengthens, but is still a little bit softer than in that active variation. And then bend into your front knee. Slide the right foot back. Tap your knee down. We've been here a few times. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale to cactus. Broaden your chest. Here we go. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, frame your foot. Straighten the leg. Half Hanuman or go for it, guys. Full split. Whew. Our hips are talking today. Continue to breathe into the entire lovely space of your hips, giving it some love with the energy you send to it. If you're in a full split, walk the hands forward, tuck the back toes, slide the left knee in, and plant the hands down. Inhale, send your heart forward. Exhale, come into that three-legged down dog with the heel dropped. Stay here or plant the left foot behind you. Turn and flip your dog. Keep your feet parallel. Reach through the left fingertips. One more breath in here. The breath out, we plant the left hand down. It's three-legged down dog. And downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward, high plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, slide the heart forward and through Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, take the hips back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Last little bit of standing. Breathe in, lift your heels high. Exhale, bend your knees, step, float to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, circle your arms to the sky. Exhale, drop your left arm down and pick up your left foot from the inside. So dancer's pose. Before we go into the shape, slide the knees together, engage your glutes and pull your belly up and in. Spread the right toes wide. Feel how strong, how powerful you are just right here in this shape. Then breathe in, take the right side higher, reach through the fingertips. Exhale, kick back with control. Keep the left hip squared down. And then really tap into the sensation of the front of the left hip. So right in that crease that we've been bending this whole time for goddess, for all of our lunges, feel how sweet it is to open that space up. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, step the feet together. Arms by your side, Tadasana. Perhaps you roll out the shoulders. Inhale, circle your arms over your head. Exhale, drop the right arm down. Pick up your foot from the inside. And take a second right here. Ground the left foot, strengthen the left leg. And inhale, reach the left arm up. Exhale, kick the right leg back for Nadarajasana. Really giving yourself time to focus on being safe in your hips, to honoring all of the work that space in your body has done for you, and to breathing into that space. Inhale to rise back up. Exhale, take your feet together, arms by your side. We come down to the ground together. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, soften your knees and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step or jump back. It's plank through Chaturanga. Inhale, guide your heart forward and through Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, take the hips back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Go ahead and tap your knees down. Walk them towards the top of your mat. And just sit your bum on your heels for a moment. You can grab a sip of water. We are reclining though, so small sips. And take the knees out a little bit wider than the hips. Hands come alongside the hips and press into the hands to lift your bum up. Slide the tailbone forward and up, right? So getting out of the crunch in the lower back, and then scoot your bum back into the heels. You can stay right here, especially if you're feeling it in your quads and the hip flexors already, or you lower onto the elbows, or you can come all the way down. Great place for, I'm gonna stay on the elbows. Great place for a prop. I always say plops on these recordings. So great place to put something under your back and your head. Yeah, just let the breath open up the front side of the body. I'm gonna take a plop underneath my head for support. Giving yourself some time to settle, some time to just be. You're all the way down. Make your way onto your elbows first. And press down through your hands and the forearms so that you can come up as evenly as possible. Find your seat, take the knees together, and remove any props from behind you. Just letting the blood flow reset. And come to stand on your knees. Now, if you're working with a block, I highly recommend using it here between the thighs. And if you're using something else, something a little more creative, what we want is a shape that's going to keep our knees right in line with the hips and something hard you can squeeze into. So the point of using the prop between the legs is to make sure our hips don't rotate out as we back bend, because we've done a lot of external rotation today. So take your hands to your low back. Engage the glutes, plug the belly up and in. If you don't have the prop, it is totally fine. Just be super aware of the inner thighs, really lifting up and staying in line with the knees and the hips. All right, take a breath in, lift your chest up. Exhale, keep the glutes engaged as you arch from the upper back. Continue to breathe into the center of the chest. Stay right here, or perhaps you go for the grab of the heels. Press down through the tops of the feet and lift your chest away from the ground. The neck can stay slightly lifted, or you can let it drop back. It's really up to you. I get that question a lot. Making this shape as obtainable, as pleasurable, as weird as that sounds, as possible for you. And then take the hands to the low back. First, support yourself, breathe, and rise back up. Exhale, sit your bum down. And take the knees together and rest. Let the back bend settle. And shift your hips onto either side. And plant your feet out in front of you. Feet are hip width distance apart. Reach your arms forward. And slowly lower onto your back. Pull the belly button in as you do so, resisting the ground as you lower. Once you're down, take your feet in towards your bum. Press the feet down. Lift your hips up. It's bridge pose. You can keep the arms extended, or you walk them in towards one another and interlace the fingers underneath your bum. Push down through all points of contact to raise your hips as high as possible. And then that same feeling we accentuated in camel, can you keep the inner thighs lifting and the knees right in line with the hips, being super conscious of honoring the spaces that you've opened today. One more breath in. With your breath out, lower down, release the grip. Knock the knees together, take the feet out wide. Let it settle. Walk the feet back in line with the hips. A couple options here. You can take restorative, where you just place a prop underneath your sacrum, or bridge what we just did. I'm going to walk you through wheel or Vinyasa. If you're taking one of the other variations, guide yourself into it. You know what to do. Urdhva, hands come next to your ears. Point your fingertips towards your shoulders. Now press into your feet. Come onto the top of your head lightly first. Then draw your elbows in like Chaturanga so that your joints are stacked. Push yourself all the way up. And then once you're up, feel your feet and your hands on the ground, right? Let that keep you present. Push the hands and feet down. Wrap the armpits open. Breathe into the center of your chest as you open. One more breath in to lower down. Tuck the chin in towards your chest. Come onto the back of your head first. Roll the spine down. Knock the knees together. Take your hands to your heart and your belly. Just take in the internal vibration, right, that lights up from these back bends. Bring the feet back together, bend your knees in. Start a gentle rock up and down the length of your spine. So you can rock up to seated. And scoot your hips back towards the center of your mat. And extend your legs out in front of you. So I'm going to actually face you for this. We're going to come into Gomukhasana today just to close off the hips. Pigeon is also an option. I'm giving you Gomukhasana because it's a different rotation than the external rotation of Pigeon, and it might feel nice after all that goddess pose. So take your right foot over the left leg. So my foot is planted right here. If Gomukhasana is a lot for you, you stay right here. And then you bend the lower leg, the left leg. And you go to stack your knees. Make sure both sit bones are grounded. So the more you bring your heels towards your bum, the less intense this is going to be. The further you take them away from you, the more intense you're going to feel it in the hips. You're going to take a breath in, lift up tall. With your breath out, fold forward, walk the hands forward. I'm going to place my block underneath my forehead and let myself soften a little. Feel the back body round over the front body. And perhaps you rock your head side to side. Just massaging out the forehead. And press into your hands to lift yourself back up. And walk the hands back. Slide the weight into the hips. And walk the feet towards one another. Uncross your legs. And let your feet, your knees move side to side. Just getting out of the first side. And take the legs out in front of you. Step your left foot on the outside of the right leg. Again, if this is tough, you stay here. Or you stack your left knee over the right. Also another option to stay here. Last option is to bend the right knee and walk it towards the left hip. Now again, keeping the feet further away from the hips will make this more intense. Take a breath in, lift your chest, sit up tall. Exhale, you fold forward. And see if you can really connect your forehead down to your prop or your hands stacked in fists. Let the space right at the center of your forehead get soft. Feel it supported. Feel it open. And press into the hands to guide yourself up. Shift the weight back into the hands behind your hips. And uncross your legs. Take the shake side to side of the knees. And then plant your feet down. Your arms are behind you. Press down into the ground. Lift your hips up. It's a reverse tabletop. Getting out of the hip flexors, lifting the bum. And go ahead, lower the hips back down. Take the right leg, cross it over the left. Plant your right hand down behind you. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Exhale, twist to the right side. Left leg can stay extended or you can bend it for Ardha Matsyendrasana. Now keep both sit bones rooted. Continue to lift your chest and then rotate. Come back to center and we'll switch sides. Right leg out, left foot on the outside of the leg. Plant the left hand behind you. Breathe in, sweep the right arm up. Exhale, twist. Take the elbow to the outside of your left thigh, or you can simply wrap your forearm around the thigh. Stay with the bottom leg extended, or bend the knee in for a little bit deeper of a variation. Kind of wringing out the spine after a nice juicy flow. And come back to center. Uncross your legs. Press the feet down. And in your own time, lower onto your back. I'll give you two options here. The first is to take the knees out wide, soles of the feet together for Supta Baddha Konasana. Now, if that feels like too much in the groin or just too much opening in the hip, and take the knees together and the feet apart for neutral constructive rest. And whatever variation you choose, bring one hand to the belly and one hand to the heart. Feel the freedom of your breath and your heartbeat underneath your hands. And allow yourself this time, right, to slow down after practice, knowing that this pose and final rest to come are just as important. Tend to give ourselves a pat on the back for getting in the more vigorous poses or getting in a workout or whatever it may be. these moments at the end of class. This is where all of that work we did lands in our body. Go ahead and extend your legs out long. Bring your arms by your side for your final Shavasana. Take a moment to get situated so that you can be still. Perhaps you cover the eyes and you scoot your tailbone up and lower it back down. Slide the shoulder blades together and nestle your heart into your back. Indulge in the stillness and the energy you have cultivated for yourself. We've spent so much time opening up the hips, the spaces in the body that create blockages. So can you feel a little freedom from your practice? Can you take in, can you admire the spaciousness that you have cultivated? If you can, I so encourage you to stay for a few more breaths than you think you need. Giving yourself the gift of stillness. When you are ready to move, please do so carefully and mindfully, taking any little part of this practice, any moment of peace you had, take it with you. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. My name is Neeti, and it has truly been an honor and a pleasure to guide you. Namaste.